Okay, this is going to be my power rankings for season 19 of Mushi League. I actually recorded this video already, and then the video just didn't record and it just had audio. I'm not gonna lie, I want to kill myself. But here we go. So in C tier, we have the Houndooms. So, Fradazi and D'Antonioni as coaches and captains, it's super solid to be honest, but I think drafting an entire roster of banned juices, just criminals, juveniles, you got Shadow Time 2000, you got Strat. I don't know too much about Strat, but I haven't heard great things. You got No Name, you got Veyun. Pan is a nice guy. He's an outlier. And you got Mushi. He's a chill guy, but he's also just like banned from smoking. Even, well, to be fair, he's wrongly banned. Churilix, I think he's a banned user, I'm not even sure. Sharky King, this guy's a criminal. And yeah, so I'm not too sure about the strategy of just drafting all the criminals of the league, but we still got decent players though. John Odd's a great player. Cyber Odin's great if you can actually get him to turn up to his games. And yeah, overall it's not a bad roster. That's why I did tiering and I didn't do numbers, because I think the teams aren't that far apart. There's not like an F tier team, or there's not a team that's like a light year away from all the other teams. This team could easily make a playoff slot, if they lock in. But who knows if we can lock in? I'll probably Mushi and Veyun will probably kill each other by week 4 or something. But yeah, for now this team will remain down there. And the other team I have in C tier is the Wiseman's Council. So this team actually had a super solid start. Eden at 3.9 stars is super solid. I'm not sure how much they play ADV nowadays, but apparently they're super solid before. I think we had played an Invitational before a few times. I could be wrong. Then you got Zerkus in the second slot, who's usually first or second slot anyway, so double top slots. And then after that you got Kinga Ursu, who's decent. You got Red Crimp, a bit newer on the scene, but I think they had a solid revival, was it? They had to do, was it Revival 1 or Revival 2? I genuinely can't remember, but they had a solid one, I remember. And then some people thought that Red Crimp was actually smurfing or something, was disaster area. That's probably not the that's probably not the reputation he wanted, but some people were suspecting he might be an alt. So he's pretty solid if people are thinking he's cheating. Then on to the next slot, you have Uf Maximum. He's a very solid player. He's in Invitational play-ins. Super chill guy. DK Koba, I don't think I've ever seen him play, but he's also a super chill guy. Buzzed is solid. At 1.8, I think he's he's good value. He needs to get higher than 1.8. I think he'll have a good season. And below that, I think one of my main gripes with this team is that they have 4 players under 1.5 stars. I think that's a bit of a gamble. Serades is decent, but he's been losing a lot. And I love Ant's super funny. He's a chill guy. But yeah, below Buzzed, I don't know how good 369 for 20 is. I think they went positive last season, so not too bad. Dancer Galong, I think we're Italian, that's all I know. BP, I don't think he mains OU, he plays other tiers. Slowpoke fan, don't know too much about him. I think he's like an old head. No clue who Marcos is. Yovel, Colby 2D, yeah, I don't have too much to say. On to the next team. In B tier, we have a flock of Smeagol's. I also forgot to mention that teams within a tier, so any team that's in B tier, they're considered equal. I'm not actually ranking them. So, Wiseman's Council and Houndooms, so basically I have them in the same position. Okay, so going on to this, we got Z Panther in the top slot at 3 stars. Solid player, had a great revival, hit top 4. We got Adam. Adams had a rough start to ADVPL, but he's a very solid player. I think last ADVPL, he had a very solid run, hence why he was so expensive this time. And this time he's in Invitational mains. So, good player. And you got UDM. UDM is a great player as well, 2.75. That's a very strong start for the roster, those top 3. And you got Zach PZ, who's a very solid 2.5 stars, but I think there's been some seasons where he's been very inconsistent. They like to joke that, he performs best when he's drinking, so perhaps they need to keep him drinking as much as possible, keep him hungover. You got Slam on BBQ. He had super heat teams he was using in Winter Classic, I think. Will be interesting to watch him play this time. Eric had a great revival. I think he made top 16. Got knocked out by AB Arvo eventually. Got a game off it though, so that's super solid. You got Zinc. He runs the Zinc Trafuto Draft League along with Trafuto, of course. I think I could be making out. I don't even know. This heat is killing me. But yeah, he's a solid player. He hit 1800 on the ladder recently. Anyone who hits 1800 is pretty good. I mean, I know someone's going to say, oh, Tempe can hit the 1800. It's not that amazing. Tempekin's a decent player. I know that can be one, but he's decent. Then you got Beol. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Behole at 1.6. I think he's a bit hard to predict how to perform. But he's an amazing presence. I love the guy. He's super fun. And then beyond that, you got Blissey, the YouTuber. You got RatXT1. I've seen him talking to him in chat. He's a chill guy. Ghostfall. He's chill. Decent player. I think he's returning back to ADV after a while of not playing. Could be wrong. On to the next team. And we have the 7 to 10 fields. So this team got Pokology in the top slot. Then you got Ooze. Ooze is decent as well. Pokology, he runs super unorthodox teams. Super heat teams, and he wins with him. And he maintains a 3-star rating basically while doing that. So super solid player. Cactu, I don't have too much to say about him. Magialis, they're a black and white player. Don't know too much about how good they are at ADV. Zelf, amazing value at 2.2. He made circuit finals, lost his car for him, but finals for circuit is fantastic. Cyberus, super chill player. I don't know how active he is nowadays, but I think that's a bit of a red flag with him. But if he's active, I think he'll be great. And Eva Kiyama, fantastic player. She literally won against my team in ADVPL this week. 2.1 stars, that's fantastic value for her. And in the next slot, we have Ayesa. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Key to Life and Smokin', I think. They had a fantastic run in Swiss, made super deep run. So, solid player. I don't know too much about how good Cammy is nowadays. I haven't seen them play in a while. Raxius. I'm surprised she's 2 stars. I didn't know that she actually won that many games. But well done to you, Raxius. Great performance. McGowan. I don't think I've seen him play, but Duke said he was like one of the best players he faced last season. So, I'm going to trust Duke and assume that McGowan is a solid player. And I don't really recognize any of the other players apart from Kenny and Salvador. Kenny's decent. I think for 1.1 stars, you can only go up from 1.1 stars. I mean, anyone at that value is potentially a bargain. And Salvador, he seemed like a nice person. We got the Undertale profile picture. I haven't really seen them play too much, but yeah. And on to the A tier. So we have the 2 fairies, and they have Icy as their top slot, and then we got Henchmax as their second slot. So we got 2 3-stars in the top 2 slots, which is obviously super solid. Then you got Umberto. He had an amazing season last season. He got the MVP award, and he's got Figgle with him. Figgle actually apparently teaches Umberto, so it's kind of funny that Umberto's a higher price now. I wonder what Figgle will have to say about that. Depression Cherry, they're decent. This guy Muggs, he's a super chill guy. He's been super useful in ADVPL. I'm thankful for him. And you got Coltio at 1.8 stars. Solid player. I'm surprised he's actually that low. I would have thought he'd be higher, but he's chill. Forte, he's in Invitational play-ins. Solid price at 1.8. And I just straight up do not recognize, not recognize, but I haven't seen any of these guys play that. I know this one, JBH Max, is Max's brother, but I'm not sure if that translates into any meaningful skill, carryover or whatever. Okay, on to the next team. So then we have the Lavender Mercuries. Oh, fucking hell, my voice is going. Yeah, so we got Void in the top slot at 3.45 stars. Void is obviously a very solid player. He's a DPP main, went 9-0 in one of the SPL seasons. So clearly very good at the game. And Yeah, 3.45 stars here as well, so clearly very good. You got Mad Dog, I think he's a black and white player, 3 stars as well, so very solid. 48, I mean he's also a non-mainer, so you got, you know, top 3 of non-mainers, but he's a solid ADV player. He played twice in ADV in SPL this year, and it didn't go too well for him, unfortunately. But yeah, no, he's a solid player. And you got Canas. Canas is super chill. I would have gotten him, but you know, our placement was kind of shit. We got 10th pick. I'm talking about Jirachi's here. 918. He seems pretty solid. I think he played in ADVPL before and did decent there. 2.15 stars is solid. Rezo had a fantastic season like 2 seasons ago. He had went like on a 6-game unbeaten streak or something, but last season brought him back to earth, unfortunately. But I'm sure Rezo can pull off another great run. Don't know too much about MJF Blaze. I'm trying to think about what games I've played, but unfortunately I just don't remember. I'm sorry. Martini, this guy's got just the most horrific names on Showdown. I'm not even going to save them on video because I don't want anyone to hear me in this building. Mantis is super chill. Maybe Tahat would say different, but Mantis is a chill guy. Zets, you know, Zets is one of the best narrators on YouTube. He makes great videos, and you know, I mean, he brings great energy to the scene. So we'll be happy to see him play. I believe HGLAT is actually going to be helping him, so that'll be funny to see. And then down below we have Suki no Miko. I hope I pronounced it correctly. 1.4 stars. I don't know too much about how good they are. Same with Raven Queen. I mean, that's River's friend. I'm sure these two can get some more wins this season. But if I'm honest, I don't know too much about how good they are. But on to the next team. So we got Huntail Hunters. I haven't seen the anime, but I think I read somewhere that you don't say the X. Just a pro tip for you guys. But yeah, you got a very strong top end here. So you got Mayo, SPL player, at the top at 3.5 stars. I mean, that's a bit too expensive. Maybe 3 stars would have made more sense, but I mean, it doesn't make too much of a difference really. Then you got Judge. Judge made ADV Cup finals last year, and he's in ADVPL this year again. So he's got a good track record, solid player. Then you got Otto, Kaboom, solid player. He was playing high slots with Jirachi's last season. He did well. And you got Ty Carter, obviously a solid player. I don't know if Ty Carter actually mains ADV. I think he might be a DPP main, but solid player. X-Gang is solid. Lighthouses, I believe, is an SPL player for some other tier. I have no clue which tier it is, but I hope my intel is right on that. But yeah, decent player. Reg, this is Otto's friend, Kaboom's friend. I don't know too much about them, but I'm sure Kaboom will help them, and they'll be decent. And I'm not gonna lie, I literally just don't recognize even a single player on the whole bottom half of this team. I just rate these guys highly because I think that top half is just super strong. And you know, they've got friendship boosters like Reg and Kaboom and Judge and Mayo. Yeah, on to the next one. On to the S tier. I'm actually gonna die from like heat exhaustion by the end of this. It's horrific. Okay, so we got the Rose Garden. They have a very strong top 2 slots. Like, these are literally just 2 first slot players who like could be top slot players. You know, Kaloom and Endo on the same team. It's kind of crazy that, you know, the rules allow this kind of thing. But let me not speak too much. I'll be in big trouble. And then after the obvious 2 titans in the top slots, you got Texas Cloverleaf, who's starting in ADVPL this year, or this week even. So pretty solid. You got Stockings, decent player, 2.35. Don't know too much about Voz. Triple Axel Blaze, aka Cow, decent player. They like low-key griefed my season last time it's on my team. But I'm sure if they lock in, they'll be a solid player this time around. Then you got Rambo. I love this guy. I think he's funny and he's super chill. 1.8 stars. I think he'll get some good results this year. This season. Claire had a great season in Revival, I believe. Luigi was telling me to get him. Unfortunately, I missed that because I think I got Shiny instead at that point. and then someone took that. I could be remembering the order wrong. I was literally driving, but yeah. The lower end, Incognition. I think he won like Black and White Trios or something, or Aurus Trios or Sun and Moon. I don't even remember. He won Trios or something, which is pretty solid. Joab is apparently a chill guy. Don't know too much about how good he is, but yeah, this team got S tier, especially mainly just because those two top slots are just super strong. And then we have the New York Yankees. Jumpy returns on another team. He abandoned the Psychic Guardians, and he's now with Null. Null whooped Empo's ass last week, so you know Null's not messing around nowadays. You got Stratos, very strong top slot, probably the second best in the entire league behind Endor. Then you got Null at 2.5 stars. You know this guy can whoop Empo. I'm sure he can beat anyone in this league at this point. You got Blaze. Blaze is super useful, you know, with prep, and she's also a solid player. A large mongoose, I believe had a good run in Revival. Sophocles, funny guy, 2 stars. I'm sure he'll do well. Shake, he doesn't have the greatest record in Mushi League in the past, but you know he had a good last AD DPL. I'm not even sure how much of that was OU, but we'll give it to him. Koif, also known as King of Iron Frisk, he's a super chill guy. For 1.95 stars, I think he can easily get some more wins out of this rating. He's a solid player. You got Bread. Don't know too much about them. I feel like every time I hear about them, it's on Pokemon Perfect, and I don't really give a fuck about Pokemon Perfect. So, yeah, make of that what you will. Then you got Nexhawk. Nexhawk is solid, 1.9 stars. If you've seen him on the ladder, he's like a super ladder terrorist. He runs like the AVR shit, and he. Even thinking about it just makes me feel tired, man. Fuck this guy. I don't know too much about Lone League. Kara, I don't know too much about how good Kara is. 1.55 stars. I mean, for that price, it's whatever. Yato, he sounds like Sato. That's a plus for me. Good enough. You're a good player, Yato now. Phi 64. Don't know much about them. Thunderous Bagel, funny guy. I like him. King Raska, chill guy. Raph. Raph was on my team in season 17. He was okay. I think he's been losing a bit, hence why his price is 1.3, but he's a chill guy. And then on to the last team, the best of them all. The Wishing Star oh no, what did I just do? The best team of all, the Wishing Star Jirachis. So in the first lot we have Jabba. This guy's been around for like 60 years, and he literally created Super Jirachi. So, you know, that's a pretty crazy lore that he came up with the whole super naming convention. You know, when you hear Super Rachi or Super B, it was him, Jabba. And then in the second slot, we got High Dragon is better than Latias, but what we're actually going to do is I'm actually just going to slot higher. I'm going to mess around with the orders. And yeah, but they're decent. I think they're like a moderator on the Stunfisk Reddit. Just a random fun fact about them. They seem pretty nice. Seem pretty interested in the tier. So that's good. Spreek is super chill. This guy's like 2k in chess, and I think like that automatically makes him good at Pokemon. Trust me on this, guys. If you're good at chess, you're good at Pokemon. Duke obviously had a fantastic season. He was voted MVP, and now he's picked up an ADPL and ADVPL and BKCPL. So he just got picked up in like everything basically immediately. Like everyone just knows this guy's the real deal. He's a beast. Super chill guy as well. On to the next is Kiru Dakas. This guy came back after like 4 years, apparently after the BKCPL incident. I'm not sure what the hell happened back then, but he's back, and he hit pretty high on the ladder very quickly. So if you can hit like 1700 on your first week back, you know, you must be decent. Then you got Ayanfa. I don't know too much about them. I literally just faced them on high ladder one time a long time ago. I was like, oh, I recognize this name. And apparently they're a decent draft player. So I was like, sure, why not? Let's get them. Then you got FJ2K, 1.95 stars. Super good player, man. Love this guy. Amazing. On to the next one. Ryo Yamada. She actually had a very good season. It was just overshadowed by Duke and Umberto. But she actually had a very similar quality season. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, Rio, but yeah, fantastic season from my last season. Hopefully more of the same. I haven't really seen Keshpa play, but must be decent at 1.8 stars. Adore Luigi. This guy's a demon. You guys better watch out for this guy. Seriously. Okay. I don't even know what else to say after that. A welcome guest. Apparently a solid player. Don't know too much about him. At 1.6 stars, basically default price. I mean, good enough. Yamoshi and Janice, I think both these guys are new, so no, it is what it is. They're just new guys. Shiny, it's my favorite player in the entire league. I love this guy so much. He's got 2 rings now. VZR, don't know too much about him. You know, he's been around for a while in Mushi League. I think he can do a lot better than 1.2 stars, I'm sure. And Mint-Yerb. Mint-Yerb is probably the biggest bargain in the entire league. Because last season he had a terrible season, but I think, well, not terrible, he had a bad season. But I think since then he's actually improved a lot. I mean, if you're able to hit 1600 on the ladder, you know, 1700 on the ladder, you're clearly way above 1.1 star quality. I'm sure you can go decently positive, at least, you know, get back to 1.5 star by next season. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. I should have rated the logos as well. I think the Jirachi's logo is super sick. I think the Mankey's logo is also super sick. This one's chill. I like it. This one's cool. I wish... Something I don't like about logos is when the text has, you know, not the greatest readability. I think everything else is super cool, but I think the text should have had better readability. The Two Fairies is a basic ass logo, but you know, it's not bad. Decent logo. This one's fun. I just like this one. I think Spheal is just a very funny Pokemon. And yeah, I like this one. Smeargulls, this is a classic. You know, it's an old one. It's a decent logo. You know, just a Smeargull on a Wingull's head with a weird wig and the guitars. The Wise Men's Council. Yeah, I like this. Abilities around the table, 3 Politoads. I'm not sure what the lore here is, but maybe it's something got to do with William. And lastly, you got the Houndooms. I think it's a super cool logo. Maybe he should have been wearing a mask, but I think that's chill anyway. And yeah, that concludes this video. Thank you for watching.